Chosen one, this message has found you because heaven wants you to know something powerful. You are not walking alone. You may feel lonely, you may feel abandoned, you may feel surrounded by battles. But in the unseen realm, there are angels assigned to your life. And one of the most powerful, one of the most fearless, one of the most protective among them is Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael has been called the defender of God's people, the warrior of light, the protector of souls. For generations, believers have experienced his presence in times of fear, danger, and spiritual warfare. And today, I want to reveal 7 clear signs that Archangel Michael is guiding you. If you recognize these signs in your life, take comfort, because it means you are under divine protection and you are not fighting your battles alone. Sign number 1. You feel protected in moments of danger. There have been times when danger surrounded you. An accident almost happened, a decision almost ruined you, a person almost betrayed you. Yet somehow, you were spared. You may not have understood why, but heaven knows why. That unseen hand pulling you away from harm, that sudden shift in circumstances, that inner warning that saved you, that is often the work of Archangel Michael. He is known as the Great Protector, the one who fights against darkness on behalf of God's children. If you have felt shielded in moments where you should have fallen, it may be a sign he is guiding you. Sign number 2. You experience sudden courage. Have you ever been overwhelmed with fear, only to feel an unexpected surge of boldness? A moment where you thought you would break, but instead you stood firm. That is another sign of Archangel Michael's presence. He carries courage. He strengthens the chosen. When you feel bravery you didn't know you had, when you rise in moments you thought you would collapse, that is not just you. That is heaven's warrior strengthening your spirit. Sign number 3. You sense a call to prayer and warfare. Archangel Michael is a warrior. His presence stirs your spirit to pray, to resist, to fight back spiritually. If you suddenly feel a burden to pray at unusual times, waking in the night with the urge to intercede, sensing heaviness and choosing to worship instead, that is often Michael's influence. He aligns your spirit with battle because he is waging war on your behalf. Sign number 4. You see symbols of strength and protection. Some people report repeatedly seeing swords, shields, or even flashes of bright blue or golden light. These symbols often represent Michael's presence. If you notice these in visions, dreams, or even in the world around you, pay attention. They may be confirmations that he is near. Sign number 5. You experience deliverance from attacks. Times when the enemy launched attacks on your mind, your body, or your relationships, yet the attacks failed. You survived what should have destroyed you. You overcame what should have ended you. These victories are not coincidence, they are signs of angelic intervention. Archangel Michael is often dispatched to defend God's people in times of warfare. Sign number 6. You feel the urge to stand for truth. Michael is not only a warrior, he is also an enforcer of truth. When you feel compelled to speak truth, to stand against lies, to protect those who are weaker, that fire inside may be stirred by his guidance. He strengthens the chosen to resist deception and shine as light in dark places. Sign number 7. You feel God's presence more deeply. Archangel Michael does not act apart from God. He points you back to him. When his presence is near, you feel closer to God, more hungry for his word, more aware of his spirit. Michael's role is to defend, but also to remind you that the ultimate protector is the Father himself. Chosen one, these are 7 clear signs that Archangel Michael is guiding you. Protection in danger, courage in fear, calls to prayer, symbols of strength, deliverance from attacks, a fire for truth, and a deeper awareness of God's presence. If you recognize these, know this: you are not alone. You are covered. You are defended. You are chosen, and heaven's warrior is walking beside you. Chosen one, Let us go deeper into the first two signs, because understanding them fully will open your eyes to just how present Archangel Michael has been in your journey. Sign number 1. You feel protected in moments of danger. Think about the close calls in your life, the accidents that almost happened, the decisions you almost made that could have destroyed your future, the relationships that almost trapped you. Looking back, you realize something stopped you. Something redirected you, something protected you. Some people would call it luck, but chosen one, you know better. It was not luck, it was heaven's protection. Archangel Michael is described in Scripture as the one who fights on behalf of God's people. In Daniel 12:1, he is called the Great Prince who protects your people. That protection is not just for ancient times, it is for you, here and now. When you were minutes away from destruction and something shifted suddenly, that was not coincidence. When you were about to say yes to the wrong opportunity but felt an unexplainable hesitation, that was not your mind. That was divine intervention. Michael's sword has cut away dangers that you didn't even see. You may remember a time you walked away from a situation and later discovered what could have happened if you had stayed. That sudden urge to leave, that uneasy feeling in your spirit, that delay that frustrated you at the moment but saved you in the end, all of these are signs. Archangel Michael often works quietly, pulling you from danger before you even realize you were in it. One day in eternity, you may see how many battles he fought for you in secret. Chosen one, your protection is proof of your importance. If you were not chosen, the enemy would have destroyed you by now. If you were not set apart, the accidents would not have missed you. The betrayals would have consumed you. The attacks would have ended you. But here you are, still standing. That is not your strength. It is heaven's defense. And Michael, the great defender, has been part of that defense. Sign number 2. You experience sudden courage. Have you ever faced moments where fear should have overtaken you, but instead you found strength rising within you? Maybe you were on the verge of breaking, but something inside told you, stand. Maybe your knees were shaking, but your voice came out strong. Maybe you thought you would run, but you stayed and fought. That is not natural courage. That is supernatural courage. And it is often stirred by the presence of Archangel Michael. In Revelation 12, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and they overcame. His presence is tied to courage, to boldness, to victory. When he is near, the spirit of fear loses its grip. That is why sometimes in your darkest moments, you suddenly feel peace. That is why in times when you should be panicking, you feel calm. That is why when opposition rises, you find the strength to resist. Courage is a sign of his guidance. Think of David facing Goliath. By size and logic, David should have been afraid, but instead he declared, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord." That courage was not human, it was heavenly. Chosen one, when you rise in moments you thought would break you, it is heaven's warrior whispering courage into your spirit. Sometimes courage comes in small ways. Saying no when everyone else says yes. Walking away when others stay. Speaking truth when silence would be safer. These may not seem like battles, but in the spiritual realm, they are. And Archangel Michael strengthens you for them. He gives you boldness to make the right choice, even when it costs you. He gives you fire to stand firm, even when others mock you. He gives you courage to walk alone, because your calling requires it. Chosen one, pay attention to those moments of sudden boldness. They are not random. They are confirmations. They are proof that heaven is guiding you, strengthening you, and walking beside you. You are not just surviving these moments. You are being trained by them. Each time courage rises, your spirit grows stronger. Each time fear fails, your destiny advances. And behind it, Michael is fighting battles you cannot see. So when you look back on your life, remember this. The protection you felt, the courage you carried, the strength you didn't know you had. None of it was by accident. These are clear signs of angelic presence, and Archangel Michael, the great defender, has been guiding you all along. And these are only the first 2 signs. There are 5 more still to uncover. 5 more confirmations that you are not alone. 5 more revelations that heaven's warrior is near you. Stay with me, because as we go deeper, you will begin to see your life in a new light. Protected, strengthened, guided, and chosen. Chosen one. Now let us go deeper into the next signs. These are not just coincidences or random feelings. They are spiritual signals, clear evidence that Archangel Michael is guiding your path. Sign number 3. You sense a call to prayer and warfare. Have you ever felt a sudden urge to pray at strange hours, as though something inside you refused to let you rest? Maybe you were asleep, but woke suddenly at 2 or 3 a.m. with a burden in your heart. Maybe you were in the middle of your day and suddenly felt heaviness pressing on your spirit, as if something invisible was happening in the atmosphere. These are not random moments. They are calls to prayer. Archangel Michael is a warrior. His very presence stirs warfare in the spirit. When he is near, your spirit feels compelled to fight, to intercede, to cry out. This is because he is actively engaging battles around you, and heaven aligns your spirit with that battle. When you respond to that call with prayer, you join forces with him. Together, heaven's army and your prayers move against darkness. Think about how many times you prayed suddenly without fully understanding why, only to later find out something happened at that exact time. Maybe a loved one was in danger. Maybe you were being protected from an unseen trap. Maybe the enemy was launching an attack, but it failed because you obeyed the call to pray. Those are not coincidences. They are signs of Michael's presence. He calls you to rise, to speak, to declare, to fight in the Spirit when needed. Even Scripture reminds us that the Spirit intercedes through us with groanings too deep for words. That urge you feel is not just emotion, it is partnership with heaven. When Michael is near, you feel it as a spiritual fire, a burden, a sense of urgency. Do not ignore it, chosen one. When the Spirit pulls you to prayer, it is because something is shifting. That prayer could save a life. That prayer could change an outcome. That prayer could release victory. Now, let us move into sign number 4. You see symbols of strength and protection. This one is powerful because heaven often communicates through signs and symbols. Have you noticed repeated images in your dreams, visions, or even in your daily life? Like swords, shields, bright flashes of light, or the colors blue and gold. These are not random. They are connected to Archangel Michael. Michael is often associated with the sword, the weapon of truth and protection. When you repeatedly see swords, either in dreams, visions, or even as images in your daily life, take it as a reminder. You are protected, you are defended, you are covered. The sword represents not only defense but also the cutting away of lies, deceptions, and attacks. When Michael's sword is near, nothing formed against you can prosper. Shields are another powerful symbol. They represent covering, safety, and strength. If you often see shields or feel surrounded by a sense of protection, it is a sign that Michael is guiding you. The shield means that though attacks may come, they will not penetrate. Though arrows may fly, they will fall harmlessly. The shield reminds you that you are guarded by heaven's army. And then there is the light. Many who encounter angelic presence speak of seeing flashes of brilliant light, especially blue or golden light. Blue symbolizes protection and divine justice. Gold symbolizes heavenly power and purity. If you have seen such lights in prayer, in worship, or even unexpectedly in your environment, it is not imagination. It is confirmation. Archangel Michael often reveals his presence through light because he is a carrier of heaven's glory. Symbols are heaven's language. They are reminders that you are not alone. The world may dismiss them as coincidences, but your spirit knows better. When you see these symbols, let your faith rise. Say to yourself, I am covered, I am defended, I am guided. These symbols are heaven's way of strengthening your heart in moments of doubt. Chosen one, do not ignore these signs. When you feel the call to prayer, respond immediately. When you see the symbols of strength, take courage. They are not random, they are confirmations. They are heaven's way of saying, Michael is near, Michael is fighting, Michael is guiding. So far, we have uncovered 4 signs of his guidance: protection in danger, courage in fear, a call to prayer, and symbols of strength. Each one adds another layer of confirmation. And yet there are still 3 more signs left, 3 more ways heaven shows you that you are not alone, that you are defended by one of God's mightiest warriors. Stay with me, because the next signs will reveal even more about how Archangel Michael has been walking with you. Chosen one, let us continue with the next clear signs that Archangel Michael is guiding you. These signs are not random. They are consistent patterns that show heaven's warrior has been present in your life. Sign number 5. You experience deliverance from attacks. There were times when the enemy launched his fiercest attacks against you, attacks on your health, your mind, your relationships, your spirit. You felt pressure so heavy that it nearly crushed you. The depression was overwhelming, the fear was paralyzing, the betrayal was devastating. The opposition was relentless, and yet, here you are, still standing. That survival is not your own strength. It is heaven's defense. The truth is this: if the enemy could have destroyed you, he would have done it long ago. The reason he failed is because you were not fighting alone. Archangel Michael is known as the one who wars against the forces of darkness. When demonic attacks rise against you, he is often dispatched to push them back. Many of the battles you thought you fought by yourself were actually fought by angels on your behalf. You felt the heaviness, but you also felt the breakthrough. You endured the storm, but you also saw the calm. That is the hand of Michael at work. Think back to the times when you should have been consumed by darkness, but light broke through. When thoughts of defeat overwhelmed you, but hope suddenly sparked. When everything around you crumbled, but you found unexpected strength to rise again. That is deliverance. It is a sign that Michael's presence has been near, fighting battles you could not fight on your own. And here's a hidden truth: every attack you survived made you stronger. The enemy thought those attacks would destroy your faith, but instead they deepened it. He thought they would silence your prayers, but instead they sharpened them. He thought they would end your purpose, but instead they confirmed it. You are walking proof that heaven's defense is real, and Archangel Michael has been part of your story of deliverance. Sign number 6. You feel the urge to stand for truth. Another powerful sign of Michael's guidance is the fire inside you to speak truth, even when it costs you. You may not always understand it, but there are moments when lies make your spirit restless. When deception spreads, something in you refuses to stay silent. When injustice rises, you feel compelled to resist. This is not just personality, it is spiritual. Michael is not only a warrior of protection, he is a defender of truth. In the book of Revelation, Michael fought against the dragon and his angels. This was not only a battle of power, but a battle of truth against deception. When you feel the urge to resist lies, to protect those who cannot protect themselves, to stand for righteousness even when others compromise, that is a sign Michael is guiding you. His presence stirs courage, but it also stirs conviction. Think about the times you refused to go along with the crowd, even when it made you unpopular. The times you spoke up for someone being mistreated. The times you defended what was right, even when it left you standing alone. That fire inside you is not random. It is angelic influence. Michael's presence often awakens warriors of truth. But standing for truth is not easy, is it? It isolates you. It invites criticism. It exposes you to attack. Yet somehow, you still stand. Somehow, you still speak. Somehow, you still hold fast. That strength is not only your own, It is the strength of heaven working through you. Chosen one, the urge to stand for truth is also a sign of your assignment. The world is full of deception, and God is raising people who will not bend, who will not compromise, who will not be silent. You are one of them. And the presence of Michael in your life is confirmation that your role is to be a beacon of light in a world full of shadows. Truth is powerful because it liberates. Lies enslave, but truth sets free. When you choose truth, you are not only protecting yourself, you are protecting others. Your stand may inspire someone else to resist. Your courage may spark someone else's boldness. Your conviction may lead someone else to freedom. And behind you, unseen, Michael is standing guard, ensuring that your stand is not in vain. So when you feel that fire in your spirit, do not ignore it. Speak, resist, stand firm. You are not standing alone. You are backed by heaven's armies. You are strengthened by Michael's presence. And every time you stand for truth, you are fulfilling part of your divine calling. Chosen one. We have now uncovered 6 signs of Archangel Michael's guidance. Each one is powerful. Each one is a confirmation. But there is still one more sign left. The 7th sign, the one that ties them all together. And this final sign reveals the greatest truth of all, that Michael's presence is not just about protection or courage, but about leading you closer to God Himself. Stay with me, because the final sign is the most important one. Chosen one. Now we reach the final and most important sign that Archangel Michael is guiding you. This sign ties all the others together. It reveals the true purpose behind His presence in your life. And it is this: when Michael is near, you feel God's presence more deeply. You must understand, Michael is not acting on his own. Angels are not to be worshipped, nor are they independent. Their mission is to serve God's children and to point us back to Him. When Michael steps into your life, it is never to bring glory to himself. It is to lead you closer to the Father. His role is protection, warfare, defense, and truth. But the end goal is always intimacy with God. Have you noticed that after moments of protection, courage, or deliverance, your spirit feels drawn to worship? That after the storm passes, you feel an overwhelming gratitude toward God? That when you sense angelic presence, your heart becomes tender, your faith becomes stronger, and your awareness of God grows sharper? This is not a coincidence. It is the ultimate sign of Michael's guidance. He leads you back into the arms of God. Think about the times you should have been destroyed, but instead you survived. In those moments, didn't your soul cry out, "Thank you, God"? That gratitude is evidence that Michael's mission was accomplished. He fought for you, shielded you, strengthened you. But then He stepped aside so you could see God's hand more clearly. Angels do not seek worship. They are messengers, guardians, and warriors who always redirect our focus to the one who sent them. Chosen one, this is why you sometimes feel waves of peace after chaos. Why you sense warmth, comfort, and light in prayer, even when you were broken minutes before. Why you suddenly weep in worship, even without understanding why. These are not just emotions, they are encounters. Michael's presence often ushers you into deeper awareness of God. The closer He comes, the more you feel heaven surrounding you. Even in Scripture, this pattern is clear. In Daniel 10, when Daniel prayed for understanding, an angel appeared to him. Daniel was terrified, but the angel spoke peace and pointed him back to God's plan. And when Michael himself is mentioned, he is always defending God's people, not for his own glory, but so that God's purposes could be fulfilled. Every time you feel protected, delivered, or strengthened, the true purpose is that your relationship with God deepens. This is the greatest hidden truth. Archangel Michael is not simply keeping you safe, he is pushing you closer to your Creator. His sword may fight the darkness, but his presence always points to the light. His shield may cover you in battle, but his mission is to lead you into God's embrace. His fire may stir courage in you, but his goal is to ignite your faith in the one who called you. Chosen one, when you feel God's presence more deeply after a trial, that is Michael's influence. When you sense angels around you in worship, that is Michael's leadership. When you hunger more for God after being delivered from attack, that is Michael's assignment fulfilled. His presence does not compete with God. It amplifies your awareness of him. And here is why this matters so much. The enemy's greatest weapon is separation. He wants you to feel abandoned, unloved, disconnected from God. But Michael's presence breaks that lie. He reminds you through protection, courage, and truth that you are never alone. Every time you feel closer to God after a storm, it is proof that Michael has been guiding you. So do not ignore those moments when you sense God's nearness unexpectedly. Do not dismiss it as imagination when you suddenly feel peace, warmth, or joy in prayer. Do not question it when you feel tears rise during worship without reason. These are not random, they are confirmations. Michael has been near doing his work so that you could encounter God more fully. This seventh sign is the crown of them all. The ultimate purpose of angelic presence is intimacy with the Father. And if you have felt this, if you have found yourself closer to God after seasons of chaos, stronger in faith after moments of fear, hungrier for His word after times of deliverance, then you can be certain Archangel Michael has been guiding you. Chosen one, reflect on this. Every battle you survived was not just about survival. It was about revelation. Every time Michael defended you, it was so you could see God more clearly. Every act of courage you felt was meant to point you back to the true source of strength. Every truth you defended was meant to draw you deeper into the truth Himself. Every sign leads you here, into the presence of the Father, where purpose becomes clear and destiny unfolds. And that is why the greatest sign of Michael's guidance is not external. It is internal. It is the way your heart shifts, the way your faith grows, the way your intimacy with God deepens. His mission is complete when you no longer look at the angel, but at the one he serves. When you no longer just see the shield, but the hand of God behind it. When you no longer just feel courage, but know the Spirit who gave it. That is the true evidence of His presence. Chosen one, take comfort in this. You are not walking alone. The defender of heaven has been assigned to you. His presence is guiding you. His sword is fighting for you. His shield is covering you. His fire is strengthening you. And through it all, His mission is to lead you into the arms of your Creator. Chosen one, now that we've walked through all 7 signs, let's step back and look at the full picture. Each sign on its own is powerful, but when you connect them, they reveal something undeniable. You are not walking through life unprotected. You are being guided, defended, and strengthened by one of heaven's mightiest warriors, Archangel Michael. Think about it. When you narrowly escaped danger, that was sign 1, protection. When fear threatened to paralyze you but courage rose up inside, that was sign 2, sudden boldness. When you felt restless at night and drawn to pray, that was sign 3, the call to warfare. When you saw flashes of light, swords, or shields in dreams or visions, that was sign 4, symbols of strength. When attacks came against your life but failed, that was sign 5, deliverance. When you stood firm in truth, even when it cost you, that was sign 6, conviction. And when you felt God's presence deeper than ever before, that was sign 7, the crown of His guidance. Taken together, these signs paint a clear message. You are chosen, and you are guarded. The presence of Michael in your life is not random. It is intentional. It means that your calling carries weight in the Spirit. It means the enemy sees your potential and fears it. And it means heaven has assigned special protection to ensure you make it through. This is why your life feels different. This is why the battles have been so intense. This is why danger seems to circle you, but never consume you. You are marked. And those marks are not scars of defeat. They are seals of protection. Every sign you've experienced is heaven's way of reminding you you are not walking alone. Let us break down how these signs connect. Protection in danger and sudden courage show that Michael is shielding you externally and strengthening you internally. He covers your body while fortifying your spirit. The call to prayer and the symbols of strength show that he aligns you with heaven's strategies. He doesn't just fight for you, he invites you to partner with him in prayer. Deliverance from attacks and the urge to stand for truth show that he equips you to overcome, not just survive. He ensures you rise above the enemy's schemes and live boldly in righteousness. And finally, the deeper awareness of God's presence shows that Michael's mission is not about himself. It is about pointing you back to your Creator. Chosen one, can you see the pattern? Every sign is not just about defense, it is about destiny. Michael's role in your life is not to keep you comfortable, it is to keep you aligned. He defends you so that you can fulfill your calling. He strengthens you so that you can resist compromise. He delivers you so that you can continue your mission. He guides you into deeper awareness of God so that your faith cannot be shaken. His presence is evidence that you are carrying something heaven refuses to let the enemy destroy. And here is a hidden truth. When you recognize these signs, your authority grows. Awareness increases alignment. When you know that Michael is guiding you, you begin to pray with more boldness. You begin to live with more confidence. You begin to resist fear with greater strength. Awareness transforms confusion into clarity. What once felt like chaos now feels like confirmation. What once felt like random struggles now feels like divine strategy. Chosen one, let this truth sink into your spirit. If Archangel Michael is guiding you, it means your calling is extraordinary. Ordinary people do not require angelic warriors. Ordinary assignments do not provoke such warfare. Ordinary lives do not attract such protection. The reason you've experienced these signs is because heaven knows what lies ahead of you, and heaven has already made provision for it. But there is responsibility that comes with this awareness. When you recognize Michael's presence, don't ignore the call to prayer. When you see the symbols, don't dismiss them as coincidence. When you feel courage rise, don't chalk it up to personality. When you sense God's presence deeper, don't rush past it. Every sign is an invitation to lean closer to God, to walk more faithfully, to live more boldly. And here's the most encouraging part. Michael does not just appear in seasons of crisis, he also walks with you into seasons of blessing. The same angel who defended you in battle will celebrate with you in victory. The same sword that cut through darkness will now guard your breakthroughs. The same shield that covered you in storms will now preserve your peace. His mission is not only to deliver you from harm, but to ensure you step fully into your destiny. Chosen one, think about how this changes your perspective. When danger comes, you will no longer fear. You will remember that you are protected. When fear rises, you will no longer doubt. You will remember that courage will come. When heaviness stirs, you will no longer feel powerless. You will pray with boldness. When strange symbols appear, you will no longer be confused. You will see them as confirmations. When attacks strike, you will no longer question your survival. You will expect deliverance. When lies surround you, you will no longer compromise. You will stand for truth. And when peace floods your heart, you will no longer dismiss it. You will know God is near. This is the bigger picture. The 7 signs are not just hints, they are heavenly instructions. They remind you of who you are, what you carry, and who walks with you. And they remind you that you are chosen, defended, and guided by heaven's mightiest warrior. So take courage, chosen one. These signs are not just encouragements, they are confirmations. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. You are not unprotected. You are under divine covering. And as long as Archangel Michael is guiding you, no weapon formed against you will prosper, no darkness will prevail, and no lie will silence your destiny. Chosen one, as we close this message, let these 7 signs echo in your spirit. You have not imagined the protection, the courage, the calls to prayer, the visions of strength, the deliverances, the fire for truth, and the closeness to God. These were not random, they were not luck, they were not coincidence, they were confirmation. Archangel Michael has been guiding you, defending you, and walking with you in ways you may not have seen, but your spirit has always known. Think of all the times you should have been destroyed but you survived. That was protection. Think of the times when fear should have paralyzed you, but you stood strong. That was courage. Think of the restless nights when you were pulled into prayer, not knowing why. That was a call to warfare. Think of the flashes of light, the visions of swords, the symbols of strength. Those were confirmations. Think of the battles you endured but somehow overcame. That was deliverance. Think of the moments you stood for truth when it would have been easier to compromise. That was conviction. And think of the times when peace, love, and God's presence overwhelmed you unexpectedly. That was the crown of His guidance. All of these together form a truth that is bigger than anything you've doubted. You are not walking alone. Heaven's armies are surrounding you. Michael himself has been dispatched on your behalf. You are so important to God's plan that He has assigned His mightiest warrior to protect you. That is how valuable you are. That is how loved you are. That is how chosen you are. But chosen one, do not let this revelation stop at encouragement. Let it become empowerment. These signs are not only meant to comfort you, they are meant to awaken you. You are not weak. You are not powerless. You are not a victim. You are a warrior in the Spirit. Michael is not fighting for you so that you can live in fear. He is fighting for you so that you can live in faith. He is not covering you so you can stay silent. He is covering you so you can rise and shine. Every time you feel the pull to pray, answer it. Every time you see the symbols, declare them as confirmations. Every time courage rises in your spirit, act on it. Every time lies surround you, speak truth. Every time you feel peace in the presence of God, linger there. These are not small things. They are evidence of your assignment and evidence that heaven is with you. And here is the prophetic word for you. Your battles are not signs of abandonment. They are proof of your assignment. The attacks you faced were not random. They were targeted because the enemy sees what you carry. But greater is He who is in you than he who is in the world. The very fact that you are still here means that the enemy failed and heaven prevailed. Michael's sword has cut down what was meant to destroy you. His shield has blocked what was meant to wound you. His presence has surrounded you in ways you may never fully know on this side of eternity. Chosen one, never again believe the lie that you are alone. Never again believe the lie that you are unworthy. Never again believe the lie that you are powerless. You are covered. You are guided. You are chosen. The signs are proof. Heaven's armies move on your behalf, and the presence of Michael is confirmation that your destiny is too important to be stopped. So rise with confidence, pray with boldness, live with courage, stand with conviction, and worship with fire. Because when you do, you are not standing alone. Michael is standing with you. The angels are surrounding you, and God Himself is within you. You are unstoppable because heaven is backing you. Chosen one, this is your confirmation. The 7 signs are not just encouragement, they are prophecy. They are heaven's message to you. You are chosen, you are protected, you are loved, you are guided. Carry this truth with you. Let it change how you walk, how you speak, how you live. Because the moment you fully believe it, fear will lose its power, doubt will lose its grip, and darkness will lose its hold. You are chosen, you are defended, you are set apart. And the guidance of Archangel Michael is proof that heaven will not let you fall.